Drills Talk, episode 128. In this episode, we're going to discuss the top 4 ways to find additional motivation. This is based on a blog I wrote in the past entitled, Who Else Do You Do It For? Finding additional motivation sounds like something that's not necessary, right? We know exactly what we want to do. We don't need additional motivation. But the thing is, we forget that it's something out there that we want. And sometimes we get complacent and we get content and we start sitting in stuff that we just had a problem with a couple of weeks ago, right? There's some great advice out there, and the saying goes, if you sit in shit long enough, you stop smelling it. Let's go.
Yo, Drills.
Drills Talk, episode 128. In this episode, we're going to discuss the top 4 ways to find additional motivation. But before we get started, please like, subscribe, show your love however you would like to show your love. Here we're entrepreneurship/motivational channel. Every Monday, we have a new blog. Every Wednesday, there's a new Drills Talk. And I also will post motivational and wellness videos, and I hope you check those out. Let's get started. Number one. Number one is, who else do you do it for? So that additional motivation can be a spouse or significant other. That additional motivation or that person can be a child. It can be your parent or parents. It's just outside of yourself, making your goal a little bigger than just you. You know, you put a little extra on you because you're saying, okay, well, this is not just for me. This is for my family. This is for such and such. If I do good, they do good. If I'm okay, they're okay. If I'm good, I can help them. That can be used to push you a little further than where you would have gone if it was just you. You know, because you tell yourself, well, you know, if I don't make it, it's okay. This was my dream. No one else was really bought in. No, you got to tell yourself that if I accomplish my dream, such and such is good. That person's good. They're good. And I'm not saying you have to take care of the world, but there's definitely a few people in your small circle, your immediate circle, that life changes if your life changes. So keep that in mind. Who else do you do it for? Number two. Number two is, who else could you do it for? So now we're expanding, right? We got our small circle, but who else could we do it for? And I'm not saying that you can actually take care of everybody, right? I mentioned that before, but just being a symbol of success. So you look about, let's see, the people around you, the neighborhood you grew up in, the school you went to. That's who else you can do it for. You can be that example. You can be the person who made it out of something that didn't look like anybody makes it out of, right? You made it real. You gave that little kid a dream. And not only is it a dream now, they feel it's a reality because you came from the same place and you made it. So who else could you do it for? The little homie is in the neighborhood, the young lady in the neighborhood who's walking with a huge book bag and, you know, she's straight to school and straight home and she sees you make it and now she feels, you know what, I'm not carrying this big ass book bag for no reason every day. I know for sure that I can make it and then take care of my small group or my small circle. Even people older than you can see you as an example. Well, goodness, they're such and such years old. I'm a little older, but I can get it together. They got it together. So who else could you be doing it for? Everybody who sees you. Everybody who sees you. Not everybody's going to see and point and say, hey, you're motivating me. No, but they'll see you and they'll consistently see you. They'll see your consistency and they're like, well, it's time for me to get it together. It's time for me to do a little something. I got people I want to take care of too. I got people I want their lives to be a little easier. And I see that he's doing his thing. I see that she's doing her thing. Maybe I can get it together and make a better life for the people around me. Yes, you can. Number three. Number three is, what happens after you succeed? So let's say you sitting in, and you're content with what's going on in your life, and then you studied a little bit more, and you say, you know what, I'm not okay. I want more. Okay, so what happens after I succeed? You know, that can push you. Man, I'll have a lot more money. I'll have a lot more control in my life. I can move and maneuver as I want to. I love traveling. I can travel to places a lot more often without worrying about paying it back or how long it'll take to pay back. I can deal with issues that come up in the place that I rent or the place that I own without waiting on the landlord to come and fix it, or hoping that the homeowner's insurance covers it if you own your home. No, I'm not worried about it. If it does, great, but if it doesn't, I know that I can cover that. That's a great feeling. So tell yourself, what's the life like after I succeed? That might get you the push that you need. What's my life like after I hit that finish line? I know it's going to be a lot of work, but once I get there, what are the perks? That'll get you out of that muck that you're sitting in. That'll get you out of that content that you're cool with. That'll let you realize that what's surrounding you is not exactly what you want, and you shouldn't be okay with it. So remind yourself, what happens after you succeed? Number 4. Number 4 is what happens if you don't? Basically, we're trying to light a fire under our tails, right? We're trying to get ourselves going. What happens if I don't? What goes on if I don't succeed? More of the same. All those people in my close circle that I could help, I'm not, because I didn't succeed, right? So their lives are not any better if they didn't succeed at whatever it is their goal was. I'm not the example in my neighborhood or at my old school or for older people who see me in the neighborhood because I didn't succeed. So now that fire that was going to be lit under them, that's no longer there either. And because I didn't succeed, I'm not going to experience the ease of financial stability. I'm not going to experience the joy of knowing I have complete control of my day. I'm not going to experience any of that. I'm not going to have that because I didn't succeed. Sometimes the positive will get you going. Other times you got to use the negative to get you going because they both can lead you to a positive situation. So yes, you can use the negative and say, what happens if I don't succeed? That might be enough to get you out of that, content stage that you're in right now. If the positive didn't work. And in this situation, it doesn't matter which one works, as long as it works, because you can help everybody around you. And don't forget about you actually enjoying that you set a goal and you succeeded. Yes, you can help others, but let's not forget about ourselves. We're going to go through the journey. We're going to do all the hard work. We're going to, blood, sweat, and tears. We're going to be questioning ourselves and wondering if we're doing the right thing. And then, you keep going and voila, all of a sudden there's success. Whatever you need to push you there, use it to push you. Drills Talk, episode 128. These are the top 4 ways to find additional motivation. Let's get out of that stage of content. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. It's drills.com. Check this shit out. It's Drills.